Knowing where we were, where we are now, and where we are going, and how to overcome.
My name is Annette Louise Reed, and I'm a professor at Sacramento State University. I also am an enrolled tribal member of the Tolowa Dini Nation.
I'm Sarah Dutchke-Swilo. I'm a member of the Ione Band of Miwok Indian. Presently, I'm an attorney with Denton's, which is an international law firm with a small tribal practice group.
My name is Stephen Crum. I'm recognized as a Western Shoshone from Nevada. They've heard the voices of Native American scholars.
The Kumeyaay people and them had interactions down there. And later I'll talk with you about what happens when missions are established.
Annette Reed. Annette Reed was one of my favorite. She grouped everything very well, and I wanted to listen more.
I presented a little bit on the earlier time period. I looked at California Indians' missionization, the invasion of California, also the period of the gold rush, a little bit on Indian land claims, and started to get to the 18 unratified treaties, but there was just so much.
It paved the way for the BIE to come along and establish rancherias. They've heard the voices of attorneys who study Native American law.
I talked about Public Law 280 and intergovernmental agreements, and in particular tribal state gaming compacts.
I'm Steve McSloy. I'm a partner at a law firm on Wall Street, Carter Ledger in Milburn. I was previously general counsel to the United Nations of New York, and I also teach as an adjunct professor. I teach Indian law at Columbia Law School. I lectured this morning on an overview of federal Indian law, and then a colleague of mine and I spoke today about some specifics about sovereign immunity, Public Law 280, gaming compacts, finance issues, many some practical issues related to sovereignty.
The better the infrastructure is set up of each individual tribe, then the more power they have to exercise these rights of sovereignty.
I think in a sentence we could say every tribe has the sovereignty. You get to decide whether to use it.
My name is Stephen Pivar, and I work and have worked for 40 years with the American Civil Liberties Union. Well, it's important for everyone to know about Indian law. Knowledge is power. There are court decisions that are unfavorable to Indians. There are statutes being passed all the time that are intended to hurt Indians or remove rights that they have. And you could look at the glass as being half empty if you wish, but I tend not to do that. And I have seen numerous victories. Some of the cases that I have filed have resulted in very significant advancements and victories for Indian tribes and Indian peoples.
So I think it's very important for tribal leaders to understand where it all comes from. How did Indian law get started? What happened when the country was founded that led to the way Indian law is today?
One of my favorite parts of this program was Melissa Leal coming in to discuss tribal education.
Tutoring is something that we need to build upon because tutoring is important. If I would have been able to go to a college or a space where there were other young people, other students who were in the same situation, my trek through college might have been a little bit easier. I would have felt more welcome. I wouldn't have had as many struggles.
And also DJ Worley discussing decolonization.
You here today, this is decolonization. And as we start moving forward and we start learning language, it becomes more than that.
What I got from DJ was, a sense of belonging, a sense of being native or Indian.
So what we have to do with what we've learned, what I've learned in law school, what you learned here today, is go, okay, how are we going to develop practices and principles that hook into those values?
To encompass it completely from a tribal perspective and not a government piece was really exciting to me.
And it created a field of diversity and unity as we all came together as one. And you can't get that in a college forum.
Not being ashamed of who you are is what I got most out of this. You are Indian, you are Native American, it's what you are. And how this information is make it your own and how it's going to affect your tribe and your generations. And I want to thank everyone for that.
He yeah no had